In a spiritual sense, most people are asleep. And I don't mean asleep as if when you're tired. I mean spiritually asleep, lost in the idea really of yourself, of the me and my life. So how do you wake up, and what is it to wake up? Well, it's to be present, and it's to recognise all of the different things that veil the crystal clear, pristine reality of the here and now, and the things that usually detract us from the here and now. So as I sit now, I'm in beautiful Tuscany, and if I was sitting dwelling upon events from the past, and usually we err to the more negative side of things, so it's the usual old stories. Childhood, not feeling good enough, not being loved enough. Thinking about that relationship that ended, or we're lost in the fantasy of the future. So life will get better when I get this other job, when I meet the perfect partner. And it doesn't mean that you don't make plans and you don't have these ideas, but it's how much of your, if you like, energy do you project into the future. It's as if you make up some mind movie, and then there comes the suffering, because when life doesn't turn out with your expectations, there's that sense of loss even. So to wake up is to truly be present, to recognise when you find yourself dwelling upon past events. And I'm not telling you that you don't reflect, and I look upon my past and there's so much joy to behold in the things that have happened as I move through my life. But I also recognise when I'm drawn to the negative aspects, and they really don't serve you. They don't serve you in the here and now. In fact, they veil the clarity of the here and now. It's the same when you project towards the future, waiting for this better version of yourself, waiting for this better version of your life. So how do you, if you like, wake up? Well, with a practice. It takes effort. Well, for most people it takes effort. Some people can just joyfully become immersed in the here and now, but I know from my experience it took some effort, it took some discipline, some loving inquiry. And with me, I took the path of meditation, pranayama, hatha yoga, the asana, the embodiment of myself as a move. And through the process, and there isn't really some, if you like, finishing line, it's all work in process, but you become familiar with these things that keep you asleep. So it's dramas, negative thoughts of the past, because let me tell you, your memory isn't as precise as you like to think it is. Usually our memories are memories of a memory, of a memory, of a memory. So it's like Chinese whispers where they become distorted. So even the past is, in a sense, illusionary. The future, you make plans, you have ideas. It's good to have a direction, but let it just be that, because you have absolutely no idea how this day will unfold, let alone, and with grace, how your future will unfold. So the simple practice is to connect with and to realise the here and now. Time-tested meditation, pranayama, they might not be for you, but there are other ways. Just to be aware as you go for a walk, just to be aware as you share the company of others, and to become familiar with the things that detract you from the clarity, from the purity, the joy of the here and now. Now, you might be sitting there thinking your life at the moment isn't going as you plan. your life to go. And there's some terrible things that happen to us in our lives. There's some terrible things happening in the world right here, right now. And for me to sit here, it's arrogance to say this is the clarity, the purity, the love of the here and now. Well, if life isn't running accordingly, if you're suffering, well, then you realise that all this is temporary. It's ephemeral. It's soon passing for the most part. Nothing really ever stays the same. So if you are going through a rough patch, a hard time, well, then you lovingly accept that this is how it is, just for the here and now, and that all will be passing. If life is joyous at the moment, you don't try and cling on to that happiness. Happiness comes, happiness goes. Again, it's to connect with yourself, or at least the idea of yourself, in the here and now. So to wake up, to experience that clarity, is to recognise what it is that takes you away from the present moment. It's a labour of love. It's not a chore. It doesn't really take that much in the way of effort. Give yourself some time each day to sit and to connect with yourself and to just simply be. Lose the agenda, lose the plans, immerse yourself in the sanctity of this present moment. You can like the video, you can subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. It really helps me with the algorithm. Contribute if you want to help to contribute to this channel. Well, thank you for listening to my musings. Don't beat yourself up. There's too many spiritual rods that we beat ourselves up with in not getting to where we think we should be, especially on a spiritual path. The here and now is the only true reality.